Hello and welcome to the Smart ForTwo Brabus. Now you're probably thinking, did he just say Brabus? The crazy tuner company from Germany that take already bonkers AMGs and turn it into a monster. Yes, this is Brabus, and I'm led to believe that it has a 6.3 litre engine. However, I haven't yet found it. So yeah, let's take a look. So this car comes standard with 16-inch Brabus alloys. Follow me around. And let's have a quick look inside. So as you can see, this car is heavily Brabused. It's got Brabus written pretty much everywhere. It's going to keep beeping. But yeah, we've got this leather steering wheel. It hasn't got the bucket seats, but we're going to be testing a car with the bucket seats in January. And it's got this nice infotainment system, and obviously it's flappy pedal. Moving around to the boot. George, how do you open the boot? Huh. So you press this button over to open the boot. I'm thinking maybe the engine must be in here because it's not under the bonnet. So it's got this nice tailgate that you can sit on. Yeah, so this car is worth £96,000. Yeah, I think that might be for a different car. So apparently the 6.3 litre engine is actually under here, which I'm amazed about because it's quite small. So I'm beginning to doubt that it has a big engine. I guess we'll find out when we take it for a drive. But yeah, it's quite a smallish boot. To show you, I'm going to get my cameraman Simon to try fitting it. So yeah, if he hands me the camera, try your best to fit in the boot. I mean, this is going to be tight. I mean, he almost. I mean, can we shut the pab? No. So what we've confirmed from this is that a 6-foot guy cannot fit in the boot. So the boot's all right for, I'll hand the camera back to Simon. So yeah, the boot's all right for like a city car, I'd imagine, but like just not good for putting bodies in. Let's move on and take this car for a drive and see what it's made of. Right, so we're in the Smart Brabus and we've been driving it around the lanes a bit and just having a bit of a sort of getting used to the car, seeing what it's like. And so first initial impressions, it's a nippy little thing. I was actually quite surprised. The road noise is pretty bad though, but I think Simon said, who was like my other passenger, he said that you'd probably get used to it, so it's just something you'd have to live with. And I guess obviously if it's a city driver, you're not going to be driving it around too much. It's a 0.9 litre turbocharged, top speed of 103 I think it is, 0 to 62 in 9.5 seconds, which is, I mean, it's hard, it's not really, yeah, it's not slow, but like obviously we're used to talking about Audi R8s doing sub 3 seconds and things like that, so it does sound slow, but it's not that bad considering the size of the engine and the size of the car. I think it's just over a ton. The steering is kind of odd, I have to admit. So when I'm on it, the steering stiffens up slightly, or that's what it feels like. We're going quick and then we're going slow and then we're going quick again, so it feels like it can't keep up. The interior is pretty nice. It's a weird seating position, but then I'm used to a Golf and George is used to a WRX, which is obviously a lot more sportier focused and going quick, so you sit a lot lower. The steering wheel's leather and flappy pedals don't feel too bad. I mean, the double clutch, yes, it's double clutch, but it's a little bit laggy. I mean, you're not really going to buy this car because it's got really quick double clutch gearbox with the paddles. It's just not for that. I think that's the main thing that we've realised with this car. It's not for ragging around the lanes and going mad. Like it's for city driving, and then when you're going down the street, you're able to put your foot down and it shifts. The sound, it was a little bit underwhelming. I mean, it's got a sort of burble, but I want a few pops and bangs. That's what I really want. It's mainly on the downshift that it sounds good, but just a few pops and bangs would make it a lot nicer. The only thing that I'm really want on this car, and I don't know if it's a thing that you can spec, is a rev gauge. Because yes, you've got this nice flappy paddle gearbox, which is okay. It's not ridiculously slow, it's not ridiculously fast. But like, how are you supposed to judge when to go up and down the gears? I know it does it automatically if you get to the limiter, but still, you want to see a rev gauge or something in here. So that's the only major disappointment. Yeah, next I'm going to get Simon in the car and we're going to see what his thoughts are and compare that to George's verdict of don't get a smart car, get a Subaru. Yep. I mean, it does shift. I mean, we're cracking on 60 now. Like, that's not bad. As I was saying to George, if you were just going to commute to and from the station, this is like the perfect thing because it's a little bit of fun. You can actually rag it and it shifts. Yeah, let's go. But it's not going to use all your fuel. It's easy to park. It's easy to turn around. Yeah. I've been pushing it to the best of its ability. Like that. I mean, those downshifts, I think that's the whole point of paddles. If you get that little like blip from the throttle when you downshift, like, it just sounds genius. Like, that does sound good, you can't deny that. Like, from such a stupid little car, like, oh no, not start stop. That's one thing they said about start stop in the reviews. It takes forever to get restarted. Like then, I put my foot on the throttle and there's probably a good, I don't know, 3-4 seconds before it actually, I'm going to turn that off. Because then the car, you find a gap, you're going to take it and then the car's already coming, you're like, I think it's more of just a joke. It's one of those things that just makes you laugh because it's just hilariously, like when I put a post out on Facebook last night saying, oh, I'm gonna have a smart car demo, what should I do with it? And I was like, it's laughable, like that it's a Brabus, because people think Brabus and they think, oh, like the Brabus, yeah, huge V12 Mercedes cars. So to put Brabus name on a smart car is just a joke, really. So yeah, we've had the smart car for a few hours now, and I have to admit, I'm actually really surprised. I didn't think it was going to be as good as this. I thought it'd be a lot slower. I'd read some reviews prior to this, obviously, and they said it was good, but it wasn't quick. Like, it's not a hot hatch, and we know that. It's for city driving, and it's just a little bit of fun. Yeah, it's one of those cars that just makes you smile. It's ridiculous, and that's why it's so, like, fun to drive, I think, because it's such a ridiculous idea of Brabus doing the smallest car you can buy, pretty much. I mean, there's lots of like little niggles with it and things could be better, but for £16,000 you can't ask like for a lot more. I mean, you've got a nice interior, leather steering wheel, this hasn't even got the bucket seats, but yeah, I've just had a lot of fun, really.